Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a spring look for you guys. I found out that my microphone wasn't working, and so I decided to make this a voiceover tutorial instead because I knew I wanted to film. This week was too big for me to do my tutorial because the heat was mad, so I had to take it off. If you want to see how I get from this to this, please keep on watching guys. As usual, I'm going to start with my brows, and I'm using a gel to fill it in. After filling it in, I'm going to conceal them. I haven't done my brows like this in a while, but I decided to try it out today. And I really liked it, but it's still too much work compared to how I do my brows now. If you're an OG subscriber, you would know what I'm talking about. I have a brow tutorial in case you haven't seen it. I'll link it down below where I do like a full face brows and all of that in details. Well, after concealing my brows, I'm going ahead to blend it out. If you do your brows like this, you have to blend out the concealer. This will stop your brows from having the halo effect. I've gone ahead to put concealer on my lid, and I'm setting it with this powder from Beauty by AD. It's called Lucent. Next, I'm going to highlight my brow bone using that MAC highlighter. And this palette is from ROG Cosmetics. It's their Anita B palette, and I'm using that burgundy color in my crease. Normally what I do always is to start heaping the colors from the outer part of my crease to the inner corner. This is going to make sure that it gives me that effect where my eyes look more bigger and more elongated than they actually are. So try it out. Heap more colors on the outer corner, mostly on the outer corner, then you now blend it lightly into the inner corner. If you can see what I'm doing here, so you can understand what I'm talking about. But after this, I'm going to still keep darkening in it. This was like my first transition color, so I'm going to be going in more with that color. Obviously this is sped up, so you can't really see the time it took to blend in that color, but you have to take your time and blend guys. You have to take your time and blend. Don't just be... I used to make that mistake when I started watching YouTube tutorials, thinking I had to be as fast as them, but no. I'm using these two colors, the dark brown from the ROG Cosmetics palette. The two palettes are from ROG Cosmetics, but I'm mixing the dark brown with that burgundy now to deepen that color in my outer crease. So that's what I'm doing now. Next, I'm taking this wine color from my Shop Eye Candy Cosmetics palette, and I'm placing that in my crease. After placing that, I'm going to be blending that out, and then to cut my crease, I'm using concealer. This concealer is LA Girl concealer, and it's in the shade Creamy Beige, I think. And I'm using a tiny detail brush to blend it out. Then I'm also cutting my... You need to take your time when you're doing your cut crease, guys. I'm also extending that cut crease. You see that tiny line I extended? So when I add my glitter, it looks like I cut my crease up until that point, but I didn't actually. This was going to make your cut crease seem easier and more... It's going to be easy for you to do, but it's going to still give you the whole full cut crease look. I'm using my finger to blend out that transition between the two colors, the concealer and my outer V color. And then I'm going to be going in with that burgundy color still. You see, I used just how many colors for this eye so far. I'm going to be using that burgundy color to blend out that edge to also make it seem like it's disappearing into each other. Next, I'm going in with that pink from that palette still. The two palettes I use mainly for this look are those palettes from ROG Cosmetics, and I'm going to be using that pink on the middle part of my lid. And after that, I'll be going in with a yellow. I had this idea of a pink, yellow, and purple transition colors and all of that. So that's what I brought out here. This palette is I think it's the Tara palette, Tara Margaret Apple palette. And I'm using that in my inner corner. I'm still going to go over this yellow with gold, but I wanted the gold to have something to stick to. I'm using this pink in that palette still to blend between the yellow and the other shimmery pink I used from the ROG palette. So that's what I'm doing there. And then I'm using the yellow gold now, still from the ROG palette in my inner corner. This brush I'm using, I think it's a pencil brush from like one of those kabuki brush sets. I think that's what it is. This glitter is from Uber Chic Veil, and I'm using my Bernard glitter glue. I've already mixed them in, so that was what give it like a liner form, give it like a gel and easy for me to use as a liner. I'm using an e.l.f. liner brush to apply it. If you want to see how I apply glitter easily, please check out my other tutorials. It's more detailed. This liner I'm using is from NYC, and it's that black liner. Is really dark and the application is really tiny, so it helps me slay my eyeliner. Next, I'm going in with this Maybelline pencil to smoke out my lower lash, and I'm also going in with that burgundy shadow still to smoke out my lower lash. My lashes are from Glitz and Glam Beauty World, and the gems I use in the inner corner of my eyes are from that palette. I took them from that packaging and I used them. Next, I'm going to go into face now. This primer is from, also I have an eyelash tutorial. In case you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below so you can check it out, how I fix my top and bottom lashes. I'm setting my face with my powder still from Beauty by AD. This is going to help me maintain the matte face throughout the whole day. It's going to help control oil. You know the weather in KD is really hot. I'm using my Fenty foundation. It's in the shade 420. That's what I'll be using a beauty blender to bounce that in. I noticed that this foundation was light for me because I've gotten some burnt from when I was burying my sister and all of that. I think I got sunburned, so this foundation has become too light for me, but I still made it work. I went ahead to use highlighter and concealer, highlighter and contour to kind of correct what you're seeing right now. So don't fear, it's gonna come together in the end. I'm using Fawn to highlight, and I always use Fawn to highlight, guys, always. Like, that's my perfect highlight shade. I don't know if I'll ever change. Maybe if I get something better, I'm going to change to that, but for now, Fawn is doing me good, and I'm going to stick to Fawn. I'm just blending that out with a beauty blender as usual. You know the drill, guys. If you want a detailed tutorial on this, on how I highlight and contour, please check out my previous videos. I have that there for you guys, so you can check that out if you want to know how I do this in detail. Obviously, this part is sped up because it's like a get ready with me. So I'm going to blend all that out, and my contour I'll be using is a black opal foundation, and it's in the shade Carrot. I'm using an e.l.f. angle brush to contour my nose, and basically, yeah, I'm still going to blend that out, guys. Don't be afraid. I'm going to blend everything out. I always use a beauty blender. I don't fancy using brushes. I feel brushes just move around the products and give you like streak lines. So if you're having struggle with like lines of your foundation and your foundation are looking smooth, try using a beauty blender to apply it, and you'll definitely see a difference. My powders are from Beauty by AD still. Like, if you haven't gotten this powder, what are you waiting for? I'm using the shade Lucent here, and I love this powder. You can see how it's going to make that under eye pop. And then to clean up my contour, I'm using the shade Amber. I'm using that also on my chin. I love this powder so much. To contour, I'm using this Iman powder, and I mixed it with my CoverGirl Ebony bronzer, and I'm using that to contour with an angle brush. I'm making sure I'm going into all the places I put the cream contour in. For my nose too, I'm still using that Iman powder. For my face, I'm using the Black Up powder. I love this powder. I think it's in the shade TW11. I got to know about this powder from Dima Ume, and I love her too. So I'm going to be using that with a brush, and can you see how bomb that powder looks underneath my eyes? Like, it gave me life underneath my eyes. So that's what I'm just dusting off the powder. How I like to dust off setting powder after baking is to use my face powder. This gives me a more flawless finish and gives me more coverage. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm also going with a bigger powder brush to set my entire face with that powder. I also use some of the darker shade of the Iman powder to use on my perimeters of my face. That was what was making it correct the lightness of the foundation to make it match my skin more. This MAC highlighter is in Whisper of Guilt, but it was too subtle for me, and I wanted more oomph, and I decided to use this highlighters from Younger Beauties in the shade Candid Glow. I love these highlighters. Like, I swatched them on my hand, and I knew I had to be careful so I don't overdo them on my face. But I used a very tiny, if you could see the tiny amount I used. Can you see the glow it's giving? This highlighter is bomb. I love it. I swatched them on my hands, and I was trying to wipe them off. They didn't come off easily like that. They are bomb. Like, if I wanted to go OD, if you see that I was using really tiny quantities, can you see how excited I am? I was using really tiny quantities because if I had used so much, they would have. Oh, this highlighter is just bomb. Check them out. Younger Beauty, it's for 4,000 naira, and I think it's worth it, way worth it for all the products you get. I'm feeling myself. This highlighter made me so happy. I know the camera might not really pick it up so well, but it was so stunning in person. I'm setting my face now with my setting spray, and after that, it's time for the lips, my favorite part. This lipstick I'm using is from ROG Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Lydia. I did show some love to ROG Cosmetics in this video, didn't I? I'm using ROG Cosmetics lipstick in Lydia. It's their burgundy shade, deep burgundy shade, and it was named after me. If you haven't copped you one of these, you should. It's really bomb. And I'm using it here as my liner first. Then I'm going to go in with a nude lipstick from EA Beauty. It's in the shade Saint, and I'm going to be blending that together with a brush, as you'll be seeing pretty soon. I love this combo. I did it the last time, one of my looks on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, you know the look I'm talking about. I think I called it a reverse cut crease. So I did this combo there and I really loved it, and I had to do it again. I'm using a brush now to blend out that edge. It gives me a more flawless blend than just, matting my lips together. And I wanted the upper part to be darker than the lower part, so I couldn't matte my both lips together, if you know what I mean. So I'm using this brush. This brush is from Hush Beauty NG. I really love it, and I love the way it helps me to blend my lipsticks. I use it to blend lipsticks basically, but you can use it for anything. You can use it for your lower lash line, all of that. Ooh, can you see that finish? Boo! This lips made me so happy, guys. See how I look like a human being. Lydia, hello. This is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and now it's time for the wigs. Did I just say wigs? Wig. And guys, let me tell you a secret. To do my hair, I'm clueless. Like, I wish I could slay my hair the way I slay my makeup. Like, I'm clueless. I can't even do baby hairs. I'm just like so lazy, so clueless. But then I'm just gonna put on this wig, and yeah, we'll be done with this tutorial in a bit. I wanted it to be like a 3-in-1 tutorial, makeup, hair, and outfit, but to be honest, I wasn't really wearing any fancy thing on there. I was just wearing pajama shorts and this lovely blouse. This lovely blouse is from Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Russe. Sorry, that's the brand that has this shirt. I ordered it online and it's plus size wear, so it was really comfortable and really awesome. So this is the finished look, guys. This is the finished look. Comment down below if you liked the makeup. Let me know if you liked it without the hair. I think I liked it without the hair. The hair kind of covered everything, but let me know what you think down below. And if you stayed to this point, you're the real MVP. Thank you for watching up until this point, and I'm going to see you all in my next video. I love you. Bye.